2 in Nigeria. So my name is Cynthia Ntui. I'm an associate at SRJ Legal Practitioners. And I'm going to be the moderator for today. We have our panelists, our seasoned panelists. Thank you very much for honoring our invitations. We have Martins Mwafwang. He's the manager, GOPTS Management at Legal Services Department of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. And we have Osita. Yeah, thank you very much. We have Osita Enwe. He's the managing associate at SRJ Legal Practitioners. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And also we have Obinna Ede. We have Obinna Ede. He's a lawyer, he's a law lecturer, and he's also a researcher. He's a law lecturer at University of Nigeria. You're welcome, Obinna.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's get to the business of today. At the end of this session, we're going to have a question and answer session. So in case anyone has any questions, just hold on. At the end, when our panelists are done, they would hear and answer our questions. This is going to be a very enlightening and educative session, so just stay put. So I'm going to be throwing questions to the panelists, so questions that will guide us throughout the session to help us understand the theme for today and help us throw lights on the subject. So the first question, I'll be directing the question to Osita. Kindly give us insights into the theme, durable power of attorney. What is it all about? What is its importance in Nigeria? How can it be used, or how is it being used? And what is the legislative framework, or if any, what's the legislative framework, and how different is this durable power of attorney from every other kind of power of attorney we have in Nigeria? So, Osita, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Cynthia. Now, a durable financial power of attorney, we can say, is not very different from a financial power of attorney, given the absence of any legislative framework in Nigeria. Now, what's a durable financial power of attorney? But again, you may allow me, what it does, it is not, again, it is in form, it is the same with any other power of attorney, but in substance, it is materially different. This is because what it allows, so how it is made is that the person giving out powers or rights to is either called a principal or a donor, and then the principal is giving out the rights to, or the power is called an agent or a donee in Nigeria. So if the principal agrees to give out powers to an agent, he gives the agent powers to make financial decisions on the principal's behalf in the event that the principal suffers a medical condition that renders the principal incapable of acting. So this medical condition could be psychological, it could be physical, it could again be mental, it may be emotional, in the sense that, so for instance, a good example of a physical situation that renders someone incapable of perhaps performing a banking service is what we call stroke, cardiac arrest. Now, so if someone suffers a cardiac arrest, generally speaking, the person may be unable to perform a function with his arm. And then what that means is that if the person does not have, the person cannot sign mandates in terms of banking services. And so this again applies to all financial obligations. So for instance, not only to banking, it could be a retirement savings account. It could be an instruction to the stockbroker, or assuming the person acts directly, you could be performing a transaction on CSCS. So any financial obligation, it could be to liquidate the proceeds from a contract. Or again, it could be that the person is an employee or is entitled to a payment. And it may just be to vary the instruction to the person paying. So for instance, if it is the employer, please, an indication not to pay into the employees, into the principal's account, or allowing the agent to withdraw salaries from his account. So, but in Nigeria, as far as we know, there is absence of legislative framework. So for instance, we do not have Power of Attorneys Act in Nigeria. So we're not aware of any legislation providing for financial power of attorney. But essentially, we are convinced that with or without acceptance of, so for instance, if a principal executes a valid power of attorney, he may use it, the agent may use it to perform on its behalf. Now, it is important to note that the wording, so the phrasing for either if the power of attorney is being prepared by a legal practitioner or a non-legal practitioner, the phrasing in the power of attorney is important because the rights, so it's a specific obligation. So the rights given is considered specific. So a good example may be that there is no provision that in the time of my incapacitation, the agent is allowed to act. If that is not specifically provided for, then the agent can only act while the person is not incapacitated. Or if certain financial obligations are named and then excludes others which are not within that scope, again, it may affect its implementation. Yes, so I hope I've been able to provide an insight to what a financial power of attorney is and how it could be used in Nigeria. Thank you. Cynthia, you're muted.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Osita, for that. You still have a bit of time. If there's anything you wish to say, anything you wish to add, you still have a bit of time. Or are you done? So we can move on.
Okay, so may I emphasize that this is very important because of the prevailing health situation and economic situation in our country. So a lot of persons suffer incapacitation. So for instance, there could be a road accident victim who is quadriplegic. So in the sense that he cannot move his or her hands and use his or her legs, or it may just be the hands alone. So in this situation, the entire family may suffer, not just the victim, because of the absence of a financial power of attorney. And then again, the other panel, Martin Smith speaks specifically as to the banking relationship. So there may be ways around it, but specifically, generally speaking, a financial power of attorney is very important in times of incapacitation. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Osita. Thank you for that educating answer. So I realized while Osita was talking, he said there are no legislations that governs this category of power of attorney. So can you help us here? Because since there are no legislative